Let's talk to Andrew Griffith MP, Shadow Business Secretary. He's down in Westminster, I think, for us. Andrew, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
Thanks very much indeed for joining us. I'm going to play you a little clip of our Prime Minister who said something that hasn't come true, funnily enough, back in April of this year. Have a look.
Labour would freeze council tax next year. Yes, you heard it right. Not a penny more on your council tax, not a penny more than the bill you paid last year.
So, not a penny more, apparently. We're not going to pay any more council tax. Some places are going to be going up by 20%, 25%, 15%. How can he keep getting away with just saying things that are untrue?
Well, it's a very good question, Mike, and the Prime Minister should not be allowed to get away with time after time breaking promises, being exposed as effectively telling lies. This is a shower of a government, frankly. Every single one, as you go around the cabinet table, from foreign secretaries trying to give away our sovereign territory, a home secretary who said she'd stop the boats and had a plan, and they keep coming, and she cancelled the Rwanda deterrent. And in my beef and my area of business, you know, it's a government that day after day is piling on more red tape for business. They're all talking about growth this week, like their lives depend on it. Probably Rachel Reeves' job does depend on it. And yet, day after day in Parliament, they're pushing through more red tape on employers, more red tape on businesses. And of course, businesses are reeling from that terrible budget. You know, the jobs tax, the death tax on family businesses and farms, taxing people's pensions for inheritance tax for the first time. You know, I could keep going on, Mike, but you don't need any persuading from me just how terrible this government is. And I feel for your listeners and viewers who are right at the firing line of where the government is taking people's money and spending it on unreformed public services. Yeah,
it seems incredible as well, because Rachel Reeves is the same. I mean, she keeps telling us that, you know, she's drawn a line under the years of chaos fiscally in this country. I'm not sure that that's entirely true either, because the economy in June, before the election, was an awful lot healthier than it is now. You know, she's basically
the only line she's drawing is the flat line, and that flat line is you know, businesses bleeding out on our high streets day by day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I speak to business leaders all the time. I spoke to the boss of Brewdog, the brewing company, the other day, who said there's never been a worse time to start a business in the United Kingdom. And he's worried about the future more than he's ever been, he says. And many employers are now saying they've not only got to freeze new jobs, but they're going to have to lose people, particularly once April kicks in with the national insurance rises. People are really worried about how they're going to make a living.
Every one of the health metrics of the economy are now flashing red. Interest rates are starting to rise, inflation's up, the cost of living, and people's weekly shopping baskets, that cost is going up. And as you say, every day we're hearing from businesses who are saying, look, I just can't afford to hire with Labour's job tax and with the threat of employment legislation coming down. So this week, apparently, we're going to hear from Rachel Reeves talking about growth. Words are cheap, it's actions that matter. And although I welcome investment in infrastructure, a bigger airport for London, more homes, particularly in London, none of that is going to help if in the meantime we've got this massive brain drain as the best and brightest leave this country and our high streets are lying wasteland because of Labour's job taxes and all of the red tape they're putting on business.
Yeah, it is absolutely shocking. Andrew, good to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed. Andrew Griffith MP, Shadow Business Secretary there.